time to pick our team of the year for 2022. Powered by EA. Are you ready, Thogden?
I'm ready. Bring on the debate. But you know what? This is just our opinions, Theo.
Yes.
And we're going to have a giveaway, aren't we?
So we're giving away 2 Xbox codes and 2 PS codes for everybody who watches till the end of the video and comments below one player that you would nominate that we didn't mention. And if you get the most likes, we will send you the new FIFA 23 game.
That is a proper EA giveaway.
But you can vote in the poll, can't you?
You certainly can. Link is in the description. But less waffle.
Yeah.
Let's talk about players, Theo.
Who's been the best goalkeeper of 2022?
Very simple, Theo. He's second choice for Brazil, but first choice for Man City.
Ooh.
Came from Benfica 5 years ago. He's won 4 Premier Leagues. You must agree.
No, I don't. We're already disagreeing on our first option. I've gone for none other than the Champions League winner, the Belgian Thibaut Courtois. And there's a reason for it. He's a Champions League winner. That's the biggest trophy apart from the World Cup, and I'm not going to give it to an Aston Villa keeper. This man deserves it. He won La Liga 2. He's just all round being the best goalkeeper.
It's always a Belgian with you, Theo. Now, I like him, but he's not as good as Edison, is he?
Dad, he's won the 2 major trophies. He's won his individual league and the European competition, and his Champions League final saves were unreal. I think I've won this one so far.
Centre-backs now, and I want 15,000 likes, Theo.
I've not heard of that player.
He's good. This man I'm going to talk about is tall. He's assured. He's brilliant on the ball.
Yes.
He was up for a quadruple last year. It's Virgil van Dijk. And if you don't agree, you're a muppet.
My centre-back is... I'll have that off you. Virgil van Dijk. I agree. And it's nice to get a Liverpool player in because they were unfortunate to not win the Champions League or the Premier League, but with a League Cup and FA Cup to their name, and Van Dijk at 31 still dominating that position the whole calendar year through. I agree.
And for my second centre-back, it has to be this man, Ruben Diaz, another man that came from Benfica, Theo, and he's already won 2 Premier League titles.
Now we've got to look at the bigger picture. Stop thinking about the Premier League, you mug. I'm joking. I've also got the pet man himself, Ruben Diaz. He's cemented his space into the Man City team, won the Premier League, ran the Portugal team, although they didn't do too well in the World Cup. We don't get into that. He has been brilliant in England.
He has been superb. I just hope we're not going to agree on everything here, Theo.
I know, it's quite worrying. But we didn't mention Eder Militao, who's nominated. Why not?
A very, very good player, Theo. I thought long and hard about him, but it has to be, for me, Diaz and Van Dijk.
He was brilliant in the Champions League,
yes.
and they won La Liga the year before, and he played every game, so it's a real shame we missed him out. But I think we're going to mention a lot more Real Madrid players in this video, so let's be a little bit fair.
Left back now, and you might be asking, why am I holding up a right back? Because it's João Cancelo, Theo. And I tell you what, he came from Juventus. This player could be left back, right back. He can play up front. He can play anywhere.
Yeah.
He's absolutely superb. And in the UCL this season, Theo, 6 games, 4 assists already.
The fact in the whole world we're talking about left-footed left-backs, Alphonso Davies, Andy Robertson, and they didn't get a scratch in on a man that isn't even his main position. He's right-footed and played right-back years before. In 2022, he's revolutionised this spot because Pep Guardiola almost implemented him as a centre-mid in a lot of games. This guy got incredible amounts of contributions, won the Premier League, was crucial in their Champions League run where they unfortunately lost to Real Madrid in the semis. João Cancelo, I agree. Very close to picking Theo Hernandez, his breakthrough year, World Cup final, the link-up he has with Rafael Leao in the Serie A, which they ended up winning in 2022 as well. Were you close to picking Theo?
It was a joy to watch Theo. I mean, that Theo, not this Theo,
What?
because he's a mug. That Theo was superb out in Qatar.
No, hold it.
He's walking out already. He's walking out already. We've only just got to the left back.
Sorry, that's shocking.
For the right back, we have to go to Morocco and Paris. You know who it is, Theo.
It
has to be Achraf Hakimi, who is assured, he's confident, he's brilliant, isn't he, Theo?
Yeah, he's had an outstanding 2022. He took Morocco on an amazing run. Nobody expected them to be in the final 4 of a World Cup, and he frontlined it. That's why he's Morocco 2022 Player of the Year. And let's not forget, he won Ligue 1 and the Cup in France, the Super Cup this season. Respect to his name. PSG are waiting to win a Champions League with how much quality they have, and he'll play a big role. But we do have to put respect on Reece James' name. I mean, he's nominated for a reason. He's had a breakthrough season, and let's not forget as well with him, he's had a real lot of injuries, and if it wasn't for that, maybe he would have got on this list if they won some more trophies.
Midfield now, Theo. I make no apologies for going back to Manchester City. It's this man. It's a Belgian, Theo. Kevin De Bruyne. And you know what? This season already, he's got 10 assists.
It's my second Belgium of the team, Thogdad. Kevin De Bruyne. I'm taking that card off you. In the calendar year, 16 goals, 27 assists. Together, that's 43 contributions in a calendar year. Helped them to a Champions League semi-final, a Premier League title, special solo efforts. We don't need to speak about him. He is the first midfielder on both our names. And I don't want to see any comments disagreeing with us.
He's won 4 Premier Leagues in the last 5 seasons.
That's astonishing, shall we say. But that does mean we have to sacrifice a name like Rodri. Was he close to your picks? He's probably been the best defensive midfielder this season.
Yes, that is true, Theo. We've not really picked a full-on defensive midfielder. Rodri is absolutely spectacular.
If we did, it would have to be him, right?
I think so, yes. My second midfielder is a Uruguayan, Theo, Federico Valverde. And this season for Real Madrid, he did the treble. The Super Cup, La Liga, and the Champions League. We love this guy's pace, his energy. I know what you're thinking. I've not gone for Jude Bellingham, but this man is superb.
I'm thinking you're copying my notes. We've gone outfield, 100% agreement. Valverde is my second midfielder, the Uruguayan breakthrough. Dad, that Champions League final, he got the first goal, broken the deadlock with that assist across to Vinny Jr. That in itself, winning the Champions League, being a crucial part of Ancelotti's tactics. Look, he's been amazing.
I thought Uruguay could have done a bit more in Qatar, but let's not take that away from one player.
No, he won the La Liga, Dad, and it was astonishing throughout the Champions League knockout matches. No Jude Bellingham. We're going to have to sacrifice him from the midfield. Why not? You had him in your notes before I checked. I know you were going to put him in.
I might talk about him later. It's almost too much too soon. He's 19 years old. He's playing for Borussia Dortmund, and that is the big reason. They won nothing, really.
I'm not going to lie. The difference between these two guys this season is Jude will be back.
Yes.
Valverde won the Champions League. He's got more trophies to his name. So Jude, I mean, when we win the World Cup or the Euros, he's going to be the first man in Team India. Might even win the Ballon d'Or in the future. The guy's got years to come.
And my third midfielder, Theo, has been linked with Al Nassr in recent days. Is the oldest guy I'm going to talk about, Luka Modric.
What?
Age 37, he's still got it. He was brilliant for country in Qatar. Brilliant for his team.
Champions League win, World Cup semi-final. The Croatian, the fact he's still running matches at 37, gracefully around the midfield, creating, turning defence into attack. 17 contributions in 2022, and that's not even his main role. He glides around the pitch, doesn't he?
He is superb to watch. What a joy it was to see him 7 times in the flesh.
And some of his solo moments during the Champions League to create goals for Benzema at the most important moments. He ran the final too. This guy is in everyone's team. And if he's not, you are a mug. Picking Luka Modric sacrifices Toni Kroos. We've got to give him a mention.
Yes, Theo. He would be in my top 15. A superb player, but Modric has always been a favourite of mine. And now for my left winger, and this man was the top scorer in the French league with 28 goals. In fact, he always wins the French league 4 of the last 5 times. The most valuable player we're going to talk about today, you know it, Kylian Mbappe. Theo.
No question.
Got to the final of a World Cup, and it was nearly the Mbappe story, wasn't it?
Can we just pause to respect his stats over a calendar year? 365 days, 44 goals, 18 assists. That's in 43 appearances. So not just more goals than a game. Add the assists onto that. It's almost 2 contributions a game. His goals per minute is one of the best in the top 5 leagues. So a Golden Boot winner in Ligue 1, a Golden Boot winner at the World Cup, consistently a nominee for the Ballon d'Or. Thogden, we got to respect this guy. Let's also put some respect on Vinny Jr.'s name.
Yes.
Because we're not talking about him enough. His goal to win the Champions League, he broke the deadlock in the Champions League final, won the Champions League, and to be honest, if Brazil won the World Cup, we'd probably have put him in the left wing position.
I agree, Theo. He's in my top 15, but I think this man is a mile ahead.
Hand it over. We agree on Kylian Mbappe.
Striker now, and it has to be the top scorer in La Liga with 27 goals. Theo, who's Real Madrid's player of the year.
What a guy.
You know who I'm going to talk about, Karim Benzema. You've got to agree on that.
Dad, the way he carried Real Madrid to win the Champions League, it was a disgrace. I was turning up to matches and I was walking out time and time again thanks to Karim. And the fact he didn't get into the French team and be a part of the World Cup to get his medal and get a few goals in, it's a shame. But at the same time, he's done enough over the calendar year to be, no doubt, the striker of this team. And win the Ballon d'Or,
probably. The Ballon d'Or, we didn't mention that.
He won that
does
in
he not play more for France?
He won that in 2022. That's the biggest stat in football. It makes you number 1. So there's no questions when we talk about strikers. But shall we mention Erling Haaland? 37 goals and 6 assists in 35 matches, nearly breaking all the Premier League records, but no trophies over 2022. That's why we got to go Benzema. What about Harry Kane as well? He's been brilliant.
He has been superb, hasn't he, Theo? Both for England and for Tottenham Hotspur, but he plays for Tottenham and they don't win anything.
Harry Kane with 42 contributions over the calendar year, and Robert Lewandowski with 49, and making the move from Bayern Munich to Barca. So we've got to mention them both. Let me know in the comments if you've selected them. Either of them have won as big trophies as Benzema. He's won his league. He's won the European competition. It's simple as he's in both our teams.
And finally, right winger, it has to be. It just simply has to be, doesn't it, Theo?
Yeah, come on, say it. The goat. Yeah. What? Show. Turn that on.
What?
You mug! It's got to be the man that ended the GOAT debate this year. This guy won the League Cup.
You're talking about the Argentinian guy?
Yes, I am. I'm talking about Messi. We agreed on all outfield players. and you've ruined it now with going with Mo Salah. Let me convince you why you should go with Messi.
Okay, I just want to say something. What? Jeremy Beadle's over there.
This is great banter.
I chose Messi. This is more than a footballer. Watching him play in the flesh 7 times in Qatar was like watching a magician.
I was about to call your football knowledge absolutely shocking, but you have also gone with Messi. This is the most obvious pick in the video. Carrying them to win the World Cup. You look at the rest of the Argentina team without him, they wouldn't have sniffed even that close of a chance of winning that title. This guy carried them. Ligue 1 title in 2022, 17 goals and 24 assists, which accumulates 41 contributions in 37 games. So more contributions than games. This is at 35. At the same time, he smashed at the Champions League. He ended the GOAT debate, and that is why he's probably the best man. He should win. He's probably going to win Ballon d'Or next year.
Well, Theo, he's won 7 Ballon d'Ors already. He's going to win an 8th. He's simply one of the best footballers of all time. Maradona, Messi, and Pele. Those are the 3 names on everyone's
I thought you
lips.
sang the Muchacho song there. Maradona, Messi. We disagreed on keepers, agreed on every outfield player. Thank you.
That is a pleasure. And by the way, we didn't see each other's notes.
No, we didn't. So I was so surprised when we came down to it. But let us know in the comments what is the one player we missed. But do not forget to click the first link in the description and vote for your team of the year. Have your say. Win your version of FIFA 23. And thank you for sending us the cards, EA. It was really cool, wasn't it?
It was brilliant. Everyone getting the EA giveaway.
Come on.